We've got the September newsletter for the Slay the Spire 2 update today, the Newsletter 2024. First big news is they are looking to have a gameplay trailer out by the end of this year. Of course, they apologize if they're not. It's not really easy to make gameplay trailers, and they openly admit that that is not their forte, but they are working on getting some help to make that happen. Up next, Megacrit says they've been running playtests for 4 months and the game has been completely ported over to Godot and stabilized. Megacrit had in the past been working on making the game in Unity, but after the dumpster fire of last year, they have decided to port everything into Godot, which is what part of the delay has come from. They are currently focused on adding more content to the game to keep it interesting with new enemies, choices, and silly situation. Looking at early access with PC, Mac, and Steam Deck builds for, again, early access. Moving on, we have a big question that has been answered. Why are we getting a Slay the Spire sequel instead of just expanding the great game that we already have? Casey at Megacrit says that they spent 2.5 years developing the original Spire before it hit early access. Big news from this section is that Clark Aboud, who made the absolutely rocking soundtrack for the original game, is back to make the Slay the Spire 2 soundtrack. So here are the main reasons why they are creating a sequel. First and big one, this is kind of a joke in the community of how messy the original game code was. They're working on cleaning that up, making a better and more expandable architecture. This will be huge in the modding community. Improving the game's performance so they can add more stuff, whatever that involves, but more performance means that it can be played on more machines. Higher compatibility game engine. This is their migration to Godot. Big one for the community is they're growing a team so that they can avoid working 60-hour weeks. They're giving the game a visual refresh, both in art and user interface. They're experimenting with new mechanics that they always wanted to try and new stuff. This last point, new stuff, is really important. They say that the game isn't just a list of mechanics and features. There's balance, there's pacing, there's story, unique characters, and various other things that all come together to make this huge experience. Other news is that Contention Games has opened pre-orders for a second printing of Slay the Spire board game, so go ahead and get that as soon as you can. That's it for this month's update of Slay the Spire 2 news. Be sure to caw down in the comments, like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you soon.